Hi guys, it's Sean at ESC United, your favourite Eurovision channel. I am back and being unleashed on this channel again, and this time it's to talk about Junior Eurovision. It's just around the corner and we know by now the 19 acts and the countries taking part in Paris, and it's my turn now to share how I feel about this year's songs. Now, I could have gone through the songs one by one, I could have done reactions, it would have taken about an hour or so though, and I know that you guys didn't want to sit through that. Matt's covered it already pretty well, so what I wanted to do instead was I wanted to talk you through my top 10. I think especially with Junior Eurovision it's really important to focus on the positivity, so I didn't want to do a full ranking from bottom to top because I don't think that would have been fair. What I would say is that the top 10 that I've got in particular, it's a very strong year, but I know the top 10 especially I think are really strong. There's some fantastic entries this year and I really wanted to focus on what I like from these. Hopefully you agree or maybe you disagree, you can let me know in the comments, but we're going to run through my top 10 and we'll see if we agree. Now in my 10th place I have Portugal. Anyone who knows my music taste might be a little bit surprised by this because it's not normally my style. But this is a beautiful track and it's amazing to see Fado in Junior Eurovision, and props to Portugal for really going for something a little bit different here. Simão's got a beautiful voice, it's got a really magical song, and yeah, this could really be an interesting song on the night. I'm looking forward to see how this is being staged because I'll be honest, I've not seen any of the rehearsal footage for any of these songs so far. But in terms of the slower songs this year, I think this is the real special one out of the lot, and I'm really looking forward to see how this goes. And yeah, it's a solid entry into my top 10. Now, my 9th place goes to a country that really know what they're doing with Junior Eurovision these days, and it's the host nation, France. And yeah, they really get what this contest is all about. They've got a really talented guy in Enzo, just wanting to go out there, have fun. It's the same formula that's worked for them in the last few years, just a really fun, upbeat entry. And yeah, the lyrics, listen, they're not exactly going to be winning Ivor and the Velo Awards, but this is going to be a fun 3 minutes on stage. It's really toe-tappingly catchy, and you know, in Junior Eurovision that can really work, and I think people are going to really appreciate this. I certainly appreciate it, even though it does get a little bit repetitive towards the end. But hey, it's a little slice of fun. He's a happy guy. It's really going to come across well on screen and with the audience, I'm sure. So yeah, it's a really solid song for me, and who knows, another really strong position for France this year, maybe. Now moving on to 8th place, another country who really got the memo if this is Junior Eurovision with their song, and it is Germany with Imagine Us. It's not the most incredible song in the lineup, I will concede, but it is just a really solid and well-structured pop song. I really like the blend with the languages in this one. German and English really work together in this song, which isn't always the case because it can be a bit of a harsh language in music, but they've done a really good job with it here. I think Pauline is, you know, just a really happy, again, performer. And I don't know how this one's going to be performed on stage. I don't know about the rehearsals, but it's just a really well constructed song. It's just really catching to me. I really enjoyed it from the first listen, and it's got a place in my top 10 because of that. It's a really enjoyable song. Well done, Germany. Now my 7th place, very similar to Germany in a lot of aspects, but just that little bit more quality that pushes it ahead for me, is one of the most recent powerhouses in Junior Eurovision, and that is Poland. The recent hosts of the contest, it seems that they're still in it to win it, and they still want to bring it back to Poland once more. It's a really well-produced song, something that I don't think would be out of place in adult Eurovision even. This is another song that has a really great blend of the national language with English, and I think it works really well, and it's got a really important message as well, just like Germany really. Again, like I say, the quality is just a little bit better with Poland for me. That's why it's slightly higher in my top 10, but it's a really strong song for me, again, and it's got an important message for this year, and it's really deserving of the slot of number 7 in my top 10. Number 6 is Ireland, and it might not come as a shock to a lot of people who know me because yes, I like rock and I like alternative music, and it's not as common in Junior Eurovision, so when it does come into the contest, it is normally there towards my top 5 or so. And yeah, I have a soft spot for Ireland because they created one of the best Junior Eurovision songs ever a few years back for me. I'll let you guess which one that is. But this is another song that just has a certain charm to me. And I really like the use of the Irish language pretty much throughout this song. I think it gives it another dynamic for a language that we don't hear too often, and I think we should really hear more of. So RTE, if you're listening for the main contest, we need to hear some Irish from you in the next few years. But I fully admit that this is probably not a song that's going to be challenging the top of the scoreboards, but it's a really charming entry, and he's just such a likeable guy, and I'm rooting for Ireland this year, and it's one of the best songs for me. So we're coming into my top 5. I'd really be interested to see if you could guess, if you know my music taste, what my 5 are going to be and in what order. You're probably not going to guess it because it's not something even I expected, to be honest with you. But we'll see if you get it right. So going straight into 5, number 5 for me is Albania. And this is another shocker for me because at first listen through, this didn't even really register with me, to be honest with you. The marching band kind of style, it's a little bit hit and miss with me, but I'm glad they gave it a second chance because second time around it really clicked, and I love the brassy sort of brash driving beat that goes through this one. Again, Albanian is a language that really needs to be sung. It's a beautiful language, and I think it works really well here. And this has a lot of staging potential, a lot more than a lot of the other songs I think in this year's contest. So we'll see what happens with them, but I can't fault this entry really. It's got the right kind of message as well, and yeah, it's just a really complete package from Albania this year, and a really enjoyable 2 or so minutes. Now into the top 4, and for me this is where the heavy hitters of this year's contest really come into it. In my 4th place I have Italy, which again might not come as much of a shock to a lot of you, but Italy this year, they're killing it. They could potentially be going for win number 2 in the Eurovision contest this year. Again, they've gone down the same route of rock, but hey, why change a winning formula? Now, I know this is a little bit different to their Eurovision entry from earlier this year, of course, but this is a really well-produced track, and I think it can really enhance the potential of Elisabetta's vocals. I think she's going to be a star on this show, and this is really going to stand out in the selection that we have this year. So Italy once again bringing their A game and really upping the production values and sort of bringing it to the rest of the contestants really. So yeah, really strong showing from Italy, a song I really enjoy. Doesn't quite make my top 3 because my top 3 I think are exceptional, but very strong showing for Italy in my top 10. Now in 3rd place, we're really getting to the nitty gritty, and this is a song that I've seen a lot of people love, absolutely love, and I totally get it, and it's Armenia. Now this is incredibly well produced. This is good enough for the adult Eurovision contest, absolutely. It could even be up there in the rankings in the adult contest. It's that good. It's really radio friendly pop, really well produced. I know we're not judging the videos, but the video is incredible as well. It's just a really catchy, really hooky song. And I know I keep saying about the production values of this one, but it's just so rich in sound and it really works with Malena's vocals, and I'm really looking out for this one. I'm sure it's going to be the favourite to win. I've not really looked at the odds, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it's up there. I'm sure a lot of people love this. I can see that it is really well liked on Spotify and on YouTube. It's got millions of views already. This is going to have a hype with it, and I can totally understand it. It's not my favourite this year, but it's just a really solid quality entry, and if this isn't in the top 2, I will be stunned. Now, the reason I can't put Armenia higher in my ranking, even though I love it, is because the top 2 are just exceptional to me, and my 2nd place is North Macedonia. Now, look no further if you want to see how to blend your culture and your heritage and your language into modern music and really make a point and just create a great pop song out of it, because this is a fantastic 3 minutes and they've packed everything into this that they could. The language blend in this between Macedonian and English is so good, and the whole package is just so well done, and it really hammers home the message that they're trying to convey with this song. Really well done, North Macedonia. This is by far one of the standouts of the year for me. Again, another one that wouldn't be out of place in the main Eurovision, I don't think. So yeah, they can be really proud of this one. And who knows, maybe the contest is going to go to Skopje next year. I could see it happening. But yeah, there's a long way to go. And now I'm really going to put the cat amongst the pigeons and announce my winner. And it hooked me from the very start. It's just so joyful. It's just so catchy. It's just so different. And that is Georgia. Now, I fully concede, I imagine this probably isn't going to be everyone's favourite, but there are so many elements to this song. It ticks all the right boxes for Junior Eurovision. And most of all, it's fun. And really fun, and it's just a vessel for Niko to really express himself for 3 minutes. And I love, again, I keep going on about the blend of languages. That's what I love about Junior Eurovision songs, is that it's really great to hear these languages seamlessly interchange with each other. And I like that he's put French in there as a bit of a nod to the host country. The 80s influences are great, the sort of disco vibes in this song. It's going to be a great party on stage, and the last minute is just a joyous outburst. And I think that Georgia, I could wax lyrical about Georgia as a country in Eurovision and Junior Eurovision for days and days. They know what they're doing. They do their own thing, and it really works. And I'm trying to find the words to describe how enjoyable this song is to me. But yeah, I know it's not for everybody, but to hell with it. This, for me, is what Junior Eurovision is all about. And I just want to say, well done, Georgia. You've got a fan in me. So there we are. That was my top 10. I know it's a little bit of a weird top 10, but then I have weird music taste. So yeah, I'd like to see if you first of all predicted whether this was how it was going to go with me. I'd like to see, do you agree? Do you disagree with how I felt about the songs? Have I underrated your favourite? Have I missed someone out entirely? I'd love to know. So let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully be back soon with another video. And yeah, if you're new around here, please like and subscribe and share with your Eurovision friends, because it really means the world to us and helps us out. So until next time, see you later.